Hello, leaders. I hope I am in the right page. I was just typing up some notes real quick so I don't squirrel brain with you guys. Sometimes it happens. It's just who I am. Okay. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. If you guys are on, please just let me know that I am in the right page. I just got water all over my shirt. It's fine. So I wanted to come on here. Let me make sure. I'm probably not going to see comments because sometimes it just doesn't want me to see comments. Hold on. I'm going to refresh my screen to make sure that I'm in the right page. Okay. I'm in the right page. Cool. I'm not seeing comments, so I'm so sorry if I do not respond. The comments aren't coming through per usual. They might start during the middle of my shenanigans. Okay. So I made that post this morning asking you guys as leaders, if you are doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z, okay? And what I realized is that some of you have jumped on the leadership train and might not know how important it is to be a leader, might not know how important it is to show up, but you are now a leader, okay? If you've never thought about yourself as a leader, I want you to know that leadership is a selfless act of service, okay? It is not an easy task. It is probably the one, actually it is. It is the most difficult part about this business. When you get at least one teamie on your team, you are a leader, okay? Whether you have joined or you have promoted to lead consultant yet or not, I'm speaking to lead consultants and above because this is on the leadership page. Leadership's hard. It's not easy. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that. I know it's not easy, but it is one of the most rewarding things that you will do within your business. And that's all there is to it, okay? So I wanted to kind of go over some things that I was talking to you guys about with the little post I did earlier, and to really emphasize the importance of why you guys need to be doing those as leaders, okay? So no matter how you feel, no matter how big, how small, how unimportant, how unimpactful you feel, your team is watching you. Okay? Not saying that to scare you. I'm saying that because that's the harsh reality. Your team, your front line, if you have if you have some downline in the picture, not just your front line, you have, grown past lead consultant, you're a star consultant, superstar consultant, director, star director. Everybody's watching you. Okay? But nobody's watching you harder than your front line. Your front line decided to join you for a reason, okay? They could have picked anybody. I know you guys have heard me say this time and time again. They could have chosen anybody to join underneath, okay? They decided that they wanted to join you for a reason, okay? They joined your team. Now what, okay? Your team is going to do what you do. If you don't show up for weeks on end in your business, your teamies are going to see that and they're going to say, well, why do I need to show up? If your teamies are seeing that you're not having high PRV, you're not partying, they're not going to do it. If your teamies are seeing that you don't show up for trainings, they're not going to show up for trainings. If your teamies are seeing that you don't go to events, World Tour, SFR, they're not going to do that. If you're not posting in the team page, they're not going to post in the team page. If you're not uplifting them, they're not going to uplift their teamies. If you're not sponsoring, they are not going to sponsor, okay? So, number one, if you do not have a team page, okay, I don't care what title you are at least a lead consultant. If you have not decided to go onto Facebook, create a group, a private group, and create a team page, I don't care what it's called, you need to go ahead and do that. You need to go ahead and foster that community from the get-go, okay? Now, for me, I created mine, I think it was a Star Consultant, and I was the only one who showed up for a very long time in my team page. I was the only one who was posting. I was the only one who was engaging, and it was tiring. I understand that, but you still need to show up because they are watching you. They're watching you, and they're trying their hardest to learn from you, whether they are engaging or not. You need to have a team page, okay? Please write these things down. You need to have a team page because it's very important that you create that community that you want within your team and create those relationships within your team well before you hit director, okay? You will hit director, but if you are trying to create a team page and you're trying to do this, that, and the other when you hit director, it becomes very overwhelming. So it's better to go ahead and have that amazing team community well before you hit director, okay? So a private Facebook group, and name it whatever you want to, okay? My team page changed names a million times, but when you hit director, you are able to come up with your own team name that is recognized through Scentsy. You look at a list, see if your name is already taken, you submit your team name, they approve it, or they don't approve it. I don't really know of any that they don't approve unless it's like Ratchet. And then it's your team name, okay? But it can be whatever you want to right now. So in that team page, you are posting at least one time a day, okay? Posting at least one time a day. You might think that you are not an expert, but trust me, you are more of an expert than the people who joined after you. You've been around longer. Act like a leader, okay? There's a saying, I forget, somebody in Scentsy, you want to be a director, act like a director. Start acting like one. Carry yourself like a director and you will become a director, okay? So posting at least one time a day, tips, what's working for you, verbiage that might work for you with booking parties, different trainings that are going on, different motivational quotes, anything that you want to share within your community. Just the number one thing is do not allow negativity to breed into your community. Did I say that right? Do not allow negativity to breed into your community, okay? You don't want your team to start becoming a gnat, okay? You don't want that to be the place where people complain and people are negative and this, that, and the other. There is a way to ask for help as far as what are you guys saying to book parties rather than saying, F this, I can't book parties, I'm done, okay? Don't allow stuff like that. Delete it, but let them know from the very beginning, like it's not acceptable in your community. Something else, you can start doing monthly team meetings. You don't have to have Zoom, start doing lives. Get used to doing stuff like this because this is what leaders do. You figure it out, you help people figure it out, you learn, you teach. You learn, you teach, you learn, you teach. You are giving the ideas and the motivation at times and the skills on a silver platter without anything. You don't want anything in return. You are just trying to help them the best that you can, okay? Monthly team meeting. I started those when I got my first teamie. And I used to do them in person monthly. If you guys have not been around that long, I did them in person monthly. My very first one I did at Port City, Java, and one person showed up. It was my frontline. I did it the next month at my parents' house. That same frontline brought one of her frontline. I think she felt bad for me. She is no longer on her team anymore. But then it started picking up, okay? Show up for the one. That is a part of leadership. Show up for the one that is going to take and soak in and run with the information that you are giving them because they want to learn, okay? Leadership is selfless, and not everybody's going to listen to what you have to say. It's the name of the game. Not everybody's going to take you seriously. Not everybody's going to, take what it is and put it into action. Not everybody's going to be like, okay, yes, I know what to do now. And then they're going to go do it. Not everybody's going to do that, but show up anyways. Okay. Number 2, if you do not have a VIP page, you need to have a VIP page. There are countless leaders who run their business without a VIP page. I have personally found extreme success with a VIP page. Now, is the engagement always there? No. Are my VIPs doing what I ask them to do all the time? Are they sharing when they get their products in? Are they sharing when they get samples from me? Are they doing this, that, and the other? Absolutely not. If they were, they'd be consultants. Let's be serious. But they're seeing my posts. They see when I do sneak peeks. They see when I do specials just for them. They see when I'm doing random giveaways, okay? They're seeing it, whether they're engaging or not. Make that community a sticky community with your customers, just as important as it is with your team. Why are your customers buying from you? Because you keep them informed all the time, because you sample out stuff before it comes, because you're always keeping them in the know. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? So what I personally do, every single person who orders, when I say thank you to them, I add them on Facebook, and then I say, I would love to, if this is a new customer, I would love to have you a part of my VIP page. This is what it is. Please add yourself if you would like to be a part of it, okay? And then I send them my link. I give them the option to be in it. I do not just add them. I used to do that without having the conversation, and then they weren't seeing it, and it was just a lot, okay? So put the ball in their court. If they want to be a part of it, they will join. And that way also, you can add them on Facebook, you can add them on Instagram. They're seeing your posts, they're seeing your stories, they're seeing your VIP page stuff, and they're constantly seeing what's going on with your life. You are a real person. They're seeing Scentsy stuff because you are sharing stuff consistently. They're seeing all of that, okay? So when I tell you a VIP page is important, it is important. Social media is the way of the world now. Whether you want to agree with me or not, it is. It is how everybody gets their information now, okay? And if you don't agree with that, think about when you see news stuff on social media. We are constantly seeing news stuff, news articles. That's why every single platform has freaking social media. That's why marketing is on social media, okay? Do it for your customers. And in my VIP page, I post at least one time a day. I show up consistently for them just like I show up consistently for you guys, okay? I don't ever want them to guess, is Amber still doing Scentsy? Don't ever want that to be a conversation, ever, or a thought that crosses their mind. Should never be. You are always open for business, but you cannot be open for business if you're not showing up, okay? Number 3, follow-ups. As a leader, are you following up with your customers? This might be a gut punch for some of you. What is a follow-up system, Amber? I don't know how to follow up. Follow-up is not complicating. Don't make it complicating. Follow up is simply texting your customers. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. That can be a follow-up 1 week. It could also be, hey, I'm closing out a party. Do you need anything? That could be a follow-up. Hey, I know you ordered $300 from me last month. I was wondering if you were ready to start getting paid off of your purchases. That could be a follow-up. Hey, I noticed that Go-Go Mango is one of those scents that you always order from me, and it is leaving at the end of this month. Do you know what club is and how to get that forever made for you? That can be a follow-up. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate it. I remember when I first joined, and actually the first few years, I was like, what is a follow-up system? What is this? It does not have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be this Excel sheet. It doesn't have to be this crazy app. Amy, if you, Maven, and then it was Amy, if you guys were around for that, it was an app that we used that is no longer a company. But I didn't even use that because it stressed me out with a checklist, okay? It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just make sure whatever you do with follow-ups, You do it consistently. I like to follow up at least one time a week with my customers so then they know that I'm thinking about them and I make sure that I am putting Scentsy in their brain, okay? Because they might go to change their wax and only have a bar of wax left and then be like Amber, oh, I need to text Amber and let her know that I need some wax because I know I saw her post, it was 10% off. And then she goes on about her night and she didn't write it down or put a reminder in her phone and she forgot, okay? Raise your hand if you've been there. I still can't see comments. It's fine. Be there for them. Do your best customer service, okay? Be the customer service that you would want to order from. That's what I always try to tell myself. Would I want to get a text after I sent 4 texts and got ignored? Probably not. So then I don't do it and then I wait till the next day, okay? Do I always do it absolutely as I should? No. Do I miss sometimes doing follow-ups and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I haven't checked in with you for a while? I absolutely do. Show up for your customers though, okay? Personal texts go a very long way. When people order from you online, you have their phone number. Text them. Say thank you so much for your order. Embed that VIP page link. Easy peasy, okay? And I do my follow-up texts or my regular follow-ups at least one time a week through text message. Okay? Text people. You're not posting and praying. You're not posting and praying. If you're wondering why you're not growing your business and you look back and you're like, when's the last time I had a real conversation with somebody? When's the last time I actually texted somebody? Oh, I haven't done that in a while because all I'm doing is posting on social media. It's free marketing, but it is not the way you're going to grow your business. It's not the way you're going to sustain a successful business. Okay? All right. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Dream team list and join conversations. This is something that a lot of you said that you're having issues with. Listen to me. Your teamies are not going to be sponsoring and growing their business and growing their team if you are not doing it. They are watching you. When is the last time you sponsored somebody? When is the last time you shouted out a new teamie for joining your team in one of our Feet to Faith or your director's page or your page? When is the last time you did that? Okay? I'm not saying this to be harsh. I'm saying this because if you're not having the join conversations, if you're not building your dream team list, if you don't know what you're doing with that avenue, it is time to buckle down and do it. It is time to push back the scared box that you're in, okay? Open the gate and bless people with this opportunity. Do you know how many people would kill for an extra paycheck each month if you told them how easy it was and how you would help them and how Scentsy has this, that, and the other and how it stands apart from other companies? Do you know you have a blessing in your life that can truthfully change people's lives? Stop holding on to that blessing and give it to people. It's going to take a few times. It's going to take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2 years. It's going to take a while. You have to plant the seeds. If you're not having the conversations, you can't possibly expect people just to come to you. They're not going to just come to you. Sometimes they might. Sometimes they might, okay? That's beyond the point. You have to have conversations, okay? For me, I have a note section in my phone. That's how I used to always do it. But what I'm doing now, I have shared this with you guys before. I can share it again, but this is my list of people that I go through every single month, okay? I'm going to turn this. I write the month at the top, okay? I literally have the entire year. The month is at the top. I created this. I print it off. And then potential hosts. I write people who I have talked to, and I write what date, what type of party, if they did book one. Potential teamies. I write who I've talked to. I write what their response would be. I put a check and a join date if they did join. I write stuff down. Same with Teamie Focus. You guys, my leaders, all of that. I write Scentsy Club that's running this month, what I send them, and then if I do a mystery box, I put that on there. Now, why do I do that? Number one, I'm a paper pencil person, but number two, I can literally flip back to January, February, March, I can flip through this and I can say, okay, well, I haven't had a joint conversation with her in a while. Let me follow back up with her. Okay. Oh, she told me in August, not right now, but she might be ready now because it's November. You never know. Okay. Have consistent join conversations. I'm not talking about one join conversation a week. We have a huge opportunity with the best, literally the best time of the year coming. The best time of the year coming. If you haven't already kind of felt it this month, it's coming, okay? If people are insane Scentsy consultant or Scentsy customers, they need to join and get paid. If they're Disney people, they need to join and get paid. If they are Halloween lovers, they need to join and get paid. That's it. Talk to your best customers. I don't care about your PRV going away. You can figure out how to party and get new customers. That's what you should be doing all the time. All the time. Because your teammates are watching you. And are you partying? Are you expanding your customer base? Or are you expanding your team? If you want them to do it, you have to do it. Lead by example. Go down into the ditch. Get dirty with them. They're going to notice if you're working with them or not. People are not dumb. Y'all are not dumb. If I did not show up, if I did not train you guys, if I didn't do this, that, and the other, if I didn't admit that I'm human and I mess up, you guys wouldn't work. You guys wouldn't show up. You wouldn't see the benefit of working your Scentsy business if I didn't share anything with you. And if you would, then applaud yourself. But if my sponsor never showed up, if my sponsor didn't do trainings, if my sponsor didn't do this, that, and the other, I wouldn't have shown up and I wouldn't be where I'm at in my business. Okay? Same goes for you. They joined you. What are you doing? How are you teaching them? How are you leading them to success? Are you partying? Are you expanding your customer base? Are you building your club? Are you having join conversations? Are you sharing what you're doing? Are you sharing how you're working? Are you building your team? Are you earning trips? Are you going to events? Okay. Also, get in the habit of saying, do you want to get paid off your purchases? PRV is PRV for right now. You having somebody join your team and you helping them to success, the compensation plan is all about that. Okay. Oh, and last but not least, social media. Okay. This is something that I have been really, really honed in on, trying to use network marketing to my advantage. It is something that I am working on with Bailey, a training with some other leaders who also were in the boot camp I was in last week with Jessie Lee. Okay. If you do not know Jessie Lee, she has in her, I think, 8 years, in the last 8 years, she has had 12,000 personal recruits. She is not with Scentsy. She's with another direct sales company, but she is insanely smart. She is a go-getter. She has made an insane amount of money, continues to make an insane amount of money, and she opened up a $17 boot camp on recruiting that I am, like I said, working with other leaders to pull out the most important information to do some training for y'all in their groups as well. It's going to be really good. So whenever we do finally sit down and plan that, please plan on being a part of that. But she talked about the importance of social media, using it for network marketing, not just for sales, but using it also to expand your customer base. Social media is the way of the world. If you guys did not watch the video that I posted earlier of Gary Vee, please go back and watch it. He is an insanely successful man. Follow him on Instagram. He's wonderful. But he talked a lot about the importance of network marketing. And he opened up his video talking about the guy that was on his skateboard with the Ocean Spray cranberry bottle, was it last year, year before, of Stevie Nicks in the background, or Fleetwood Mac, I can't remember which one it was, and talked about how just because of that video, Ocean Spray cranberry juice sold out so many different places that that song went off the charts because of that video. If that doesn't explain how important network marketing is and that you have a platform to boost and boom your business, I don't know what does, okay? So we're going to go really, really heavy into that later on in a training. But what you need to make sure you're doing, number one, you need to make sure you're showing up authentically as yourself. You're not posting flyers. People want to see your face. People want to see how you are using Scentsy. And if you want your teamies to be successful with network marketing and social media, you need to be showing up authentically. You need to be showing up in selfies. You need to be showing up in your stories. You need to be showing up in reels. I know it's scary, but listen to me. Nothing worth having stayed inside a comfort zone, okay? It's scary until you do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And then you just don't care how you show up anymore, okay? And you do it anyways because, listen, when you start seeing a boost and what you're doing is working, listen to me. I'm going to pull this up for you guys real quick. So if you're not public on Instagram or you do not have a digital creator account that is public on Facebook, please do it. I made both of my social media platforms public when I was still a special education teacher, and it was a game changer, okay? You can't possibly grow and get followers that are not inside your network already if you have a private account. If I could do it as a teacher, you can too. Just don't show up like naked or in a bathing suit or, you know, doing something scandalous to where people are going to be like, oh my God, look what Amber's doing, okay? So public, I think mine says I'm an entrepreneur on Instagram. It's public. People can follow me that I do not know in real life. And if I get like weird spammy stuff, all I do is press block. I press block. It's a magical button, okay? And on Facebook, I just figured out that you can turn your Facebook into a professional mode, and then you show up as a digital creator, okay? It allows people to follow you and all that. So what I personally think is the best with social media is you are sharing all of your stuff, not on a business page, but you're sharing it on your personal page, because your customers need to know that you're not just a Scentsy person, but you're also, you know, I'm going to talk about myself. You're also a mom. You're a wife. You are a beach lover. You love to travel. You are a wine connoisseur. You're a dog mom. Whatever you are, people connect with that. Let them connect with you. But what I did is that I have been really honing in on the amount of reels that I'm doing. Reels that I am doing specifically for my target audience. We'll talk about that some. But what I have seen, and I looked at my insights, because when you are an entrepreneur, public, business page, whatever, public, I don't even know. I just said that. You can see your insights. That's why this is so important. But look at this. This is August 1st through August 2nd or 7th. Look at this. This is what I want. I want this. I want non-followers seeing my content. This is going to expand my customer base. It's going to expand my network and all of that. I can only see this because of my insights, okay? And then it shows you right here based on followers and non-followers, my reels and my posts, okay? My posts are getting out there. That's excellent. Excellent information, okay? So what you need to do too, you need to make sure that you have your target audience figured out. Who are you trying to talk to in your posts? Now, there are a lot of Scentsy consultants that follow me. There are a lot of Scentsy consultants that like my stuff. There's a lot of Scentsy consultants that comment on my stuff. They do my polls and all that. I'm not posting for Scentsy consultants. I'm just not. I'm not posting for Scentsy consultants. I am posting for my customers, and I am posting for my future customers. I am posting for future clubbers, my clubbers now, and I'm posting for future teamies. That's who I'm posting for. So when I'm about to do a post, I'm thinking, when it's a Scentsy post, especially with these reels I've been doing lately, I'm thinking, who am I trying to attract by doing this? I'm not trying to attract any of you guys. You guys are already Scentsy consultants. I want to capture the attention of somebody out there who might be going through what I'm going through, who might be experiencing what I experienced, who might need some extra money, who might need a community that we have here, who is scared to join and they just need to hear it's okay, you can do it. That's who I'm trying to attract. So you need to figure out who your target audience is, and your target audience will, when we do this Jessie Lee training for you guys, it's going to go heavy into that because there was a whole day filled on it. Your target audience is going to be somebody who can relate with you. I can relate to special education teachers, people living paycheck to paycheck, people who want to travel but don't have the money. I can relate to them and I can connect with them because I was there. I was a special education teacher. I absolutely hated my job. I can talk about that. I lived paycheck to paycheck. I was in a really bad relationship. I can talk about all of that because I experienced it. Okay. It goes back to your story. Okay. So social media 101 real quick. Instagram, your people your audience on Instagram are going to be the people who are looking at stories and they're looking at reels. They're not so much looking at posts. Still do posts on your grid. But when you do a post, share it to your story so people know to look at your grid. People are looking at stories and they're looking at reels, okay? Facebook, people are looking at static posts. As an older generation that is on Facebook, yes, I'm calling myself old, but it's old news. The younger kids are on TikTok, Instagram, and whatever else is about to come out, okay? So static posts where you're capturing your audience with a really good caption. Okay, they're not looking at your stories. You might have a few views, but the views of stories are really for Instagram. But to cover both of those, I have my Instagram post automatically to my Facebook. Okay, so my posts from Instagram go automatically to Facebook. It's in the settings. Google how to do it. And my stories from Instagram go automatically to my stories on Facebook. Okay, that's just me trying to work smarter and not harder. TikTok. I didn't have a TikTok until last week. I have a TikTok now. So what do? My reels that I create on Instagram, I save them using the Friendly app. Okay. It's friendly, like the word friendly. It's a little like blue robot, alien looking guy. Get that app. That's the only place where you can save your videos, save your reels, save anything like that to your phone. It won't let you do it on an app any other way. That's the only way I found out how to do it. So I save it as a reel and I upload it to TikTok. I change the verbiage of my caption. I change the hashtags to get other people's attention. I take the same reel. I upload it as a short on YouTube and I share it to Facebook. Okay. I'm hitting every single platform with all different audiences with one video. That's what I started doing last week from this training that I attended. And then YouTube, a lot of people on YouTube are looking for how-to videos, okay? So a lot of people that follow me, actually everybody who follows me on YouTube are all Scentsy consultants because I do all of my training videos on there. I'll probably save this and put that on there as well so that people who don't maybe have the support system within their leadership, within their upline can also benefit from what I'm training on. But I've also been uploading shorts. It's YouTube's version of Reels and TikToks. And I just upload it on there. Of course, I changed the caption and put it on there as well. I'm trying to cover all of my network with one thing, okay? But I show up consistently. I show up all the time. If you're not showing up, your teamies are not going to show up. I know this is a leadership training. What do you want your team to do when you need to do it? Like I said, if you're not partying, don't expect them to. If you're not having club conversations and growing your customer base with club, they're not going to. If you are not growing your team and helping your team be successful and hit shooting star and hit certified and above, they're not going to do it. If you're not showing up on social media, they're not going to. If you're sharing flyer after flyer after flyer after flyer on social media, they're going to do that. Now, some people listen to me. Leadership is selfless. Leadership is tough. It is the hardest thing about this job. But listen, no matter how many times you tell someone something, if they don't want to listen to you, they're not going to listen to you. And at that moment in time, you say, okay, this has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with them, and you let it go. Okay? You can tell someone till they're blue in the face not to share something on social media like a flyer. But if they want to do it, they're going to do it. They're their own independent Scentsy consultant. At the end of the day, that's what they got going for them. If they want to do it, do it. If they see success in it, I would love for them to do a training on it. But show up authentically, show up using your own verbiage, show up doing creative things, Show up showing your face, go live, do a reel, do something scary, do a live sniff sesh, share it with them, challenge them to do it. They're going to do what you're doing. So please lead by example and know that they are watching you even if you feel like they are not. Okay? So it's very long-winded and I have a lot to do because Zane is at my parents' house. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day and I'll talk to you later. Bye.